Mo, we're back. Lindsay fixed the topic Tuesday.
Where you been?
Well, we kind of forgot to do these.
Hmm.
All right, Marvin, you ready for this?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Marvin Lewis said earlier this week that the Bengals probably won't do a trade with anybody. But do you think they should go after Steven Jackson?
You know, sure, I don't know that it makes that much of a difference. Steven Jackson doesn't strike me as, at this stage in his career, and he's had a marvelous career, as a guy who's going to really be a massive upgrade from what they have. I'm certainly not in love with Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, and he might be a slight upgrade. But if everybody's calling and the asking price for Steven Jackson involves, more than just a late round pick, and I think it would, I just don't know that the benefit is really, there. I think their issues begin with, quarterback play and sort of trickle down to all these other areas. And the running game certainly has something to do with it. I just don't know that Steven Jackson drastically transforms this offense into what we want it to be. So I'd say no, unless, nobody else wants him and the Rams are willing to give him away, which I'm not led to believe they are.
All right, quick review of the Bearcats last night.
Okay, so the game was played on October the 29th. The season hopefully ends at some point in late March. I'm not coming to any sweeping conclusions based on an exhibition game played in October, but I think these guys are going to be fun to watch. They're going to have some holes this year. Not everything we saw last night was great. A couple of things did stand out. Number one, the student section was loaded and not drunk. I mean, they might have been drunk, I don't know, but it was packed. Which, think of how many games at Fifth Third, the students, weren't there. And if they can get back in the habit of going to games, it's going to make for a really fun atmosphere. I think more than anything, basketball teams, I don't care if you're Kentucky, Louisville, Indiana, or UC Xavier, your work's in progress this time of year. UC basketball has been effective doing a lot of different things, but sort of playing that sort of muck it up offensively, win it with defense sort of deal. I think these guys are going to be really fun to watch, more aesthetically pleasing. They're going to get up and down the floor. This is going to be, I think, Mick's best chemistry group. And I think it really has a chance. He disagrees with me. I think it has a chance to be his deepest team. I think they could beat you a lot of different ways. They're not going to be a great outside shooting team. But they were just fun to watch, and exhibition basketball is usually really hard to watch. I know the rules have changed things, so teams are a little bit further ahead of where they normally are. But I think we're going to have a lot of fun watching this basketball team this year.
All right, last question.
Yeah.
Will the Reds have a Gold Glove winner tonight?
I'll predict that Phillips wins it because I think the Gold Glove is the hardest trophy to unseat an incumbent. And, Brandon sort of sets the standard for, I got to be honest with you, I'm sort of over individual awards. And I think it's cool that Brandon's won it so many times and he deserves it. And Votto last year, and I think Jay Bruce has won it before. I actually think Johnny Cueto deserves consideration. But the Gold Glove Award is the one award I take the least serious of all of them. Because I don't think the managers and coaches put all that much effort into it. I think far too often it's based on offense. It is subjective versus statistical, which I guess a lot of awards are. And, frankly, I'm kind of more about them winning the World Series than I am taking home hardware. So I hope they do. I hope a lot of those guys win Gold Gloves. But frankly, we didn't have a World Series parade today. So but the weather did suck. So I guess it would have been miserable. But no World Series parade. So the Gold Glove is no consolation. Tweet me at MoEgger1530. Shoot me an email, mo@ESPN1530.com.